This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Hey, friend, I know how it feels, waking up exhausted after multiple trips to the bathroom and feeling embarrassed by sudden leaks. I used to be constantly on edge, searching for a restroom whenever I was out. Then I discovered Better Woman. I was skeptical at first, but 2 months in, everything changed. I experienced improved bladder control, no more heart-stopping moments when I laugh or sneeze, less urge to go, deeper and more restful sleep. I finally felt like myself again, confident and in control. Better Woman is natural, effective, and trusted by women for over 25 years. Ready to take back your control? Head over to BeBetterNow.com to order your supply today. That's BeBetterNow.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Uses directed, individual results may vary.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
It's Bob here. I got a question.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Yeah. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that was good news.
It is the first day of March, 2025. Thursday morning? Hey, here we are. Best day of the week. Tommy Olson? I think so. Ben Lieber? I think so. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, it's all happening and we're all together. And I'm glad you're here. I really am. My name is Chris Hockey and we got a big show. So let's get her started. Hey, how about those T-Wolves? So that's cool. That's a win. The Wild are going to win. That's going to be cool. And, it's getting closer every day to Viking season. I mean, it's May. Before you know it, snap those fingers, man. It's going to be football season. So let's roll. How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Let's make it a great day, shall we? Sometimes you can decide that it's going to be a good day. Sometimes you can. It ain't easy, but sometimes you can. Here's Ryan Singer with some comedy on a Thursday. Come on in. It's a new month. And I am glad you are here.
She does things that embarrass me publicly and privately. I'll give you an example. Went to her in my stepdad's house, hadn't been over there in a long time, and she wanted to show me the new workout room they were building, so we go upstairs. She's like, this corner is where we're going to put the treadmill. Then we'll get like a bender ball and put that in the middle. Then over in this corner is where we're going to put the stripper pole. I was like, what did she just say? Did you say stripper pole? She's like, yeah, we're going to put a mirror up so I can watch myself while I'm working the pole. I don't know if you've ever thrown up inside your own brain before. But I was like, no. You're almost 60 years old. You're a grandmother. How am I ever supposed to sleep at night? Knowing at that very moment, my dear, sweet mom could be swinging around some greased-up stripper pole while Cherry Pie by Warrant is blasting out of a $20 boombox and my stepdad shoving Social Security checks down her granny panties. She's my cherry pie, sweet cherry pie. Gonna give me some benefits. Unacceptable purchase. I do not approve.
You're heavy.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride. For the Warriors!
Screw the Warriors! It's about the Wolves! Yeah! Every minute of that game!
Yeah, you stayed up for all of it.
What do you... don't
Did
you
you?
be like that. Hell no, I didn't!
Sauce, you said you were going to go to bed at like 7:30.
That's why the Lord invented Sports Center.
Did you stay up for all of it?
I watched the first half in the basement, and then I watched the second half on my phone.
So you watched all of it?
I did watch all of it, yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
Are you guys crazy? I got 5 hours and 42 minutes of sleep last night. I feel like the world won.
Yeah, I got like 2.5.
I know. You got 2.5 inches?
Same.
Yeah.
Same?
Talk about it.
I don't think... Do we have Tommy today? I don't know if we do.
I don't know either. This is a great example. He told us, I think, on the air a week ago.
He wasn't here a week
something
ago.
About... Well, he was talking about Grandview, right?
Yeah. He was here a week ago, yeah. Draft day.
Yeah, and he was talking about how he was going to be up in that area.
Yeah, it was.
But I don't remember if he said he's coming in today or not. I don't remember if he said, I'm not going to see you because I'm up there.
I don't remember.
Or I will see you and then I'm heading up there. I don't remember.
I don't know.
So we'll see.
Are we going to Grandview?
Sure, tonight.
Yeah.
And tomorrow morning.
So is Tommy going to be with us?
No.
What the hell?
I think he might swing over. I don't know.
He's a swinger, that's for sure.
I don't know what Tommy's doing.
Yeah, I don't know what
Who
he's
cares?
Know what he's
How
doing.
about those Wolves?
Let's go.
Man, that was...
guys. I tried to tell you.
That
You
was,
always tell us.
If they had lost that game, I would have thrown
Why does he
bricks
talk
through
like that?
windows.
Why do you want to talk about what
Oh,
happened?
my
if they
God.
lost?
Right.
Why do you want to talk about if they lost? Did they lose?
No.
So why do we even contemplate it? That's not a word.
Whoa.
No, this is a contemplated.
Yeah, we're contemplating.
Man, shout out to Rudy. He sucked through 4 games, but when the Timberwolves were terrible...
Don't take your love to town.
Last night, Rudy was not. Rudy had a monster game, 27 points.
He was like Shaq out there last night.
24 boards, both of them playoff career highs. And just like we were talking about with Marnes yesterday, why can't Rudy be the lob threat that we saw the Mavericks do to the Wolves last year? Well, that's what he was last night. And it was a good thing he was, because the Wolves, man, that was infuriating to watch. They just kept jacking up threes. I would have made about as many as they would have. They missed 40 threes and still won.
Oh, man.
40, including 17 in a row.
That's not an exaggeration.
No, that's the exact number.
Right. Yeah.
The most frustrating thing about that game, if we had lost, is we should have not only won, should have won by about 30.
We did win.
I know.
What the hell happened? Did we win?
Man, that was a scary, frustrating game, though. But the best part about it is Luke and LeBron now can flop all they want, cry all they want, because they're done. And I just saw on SportsCenter the Lakers are 2-12 in their last 14 playoff games. Whoops. So Sauce, for at least one more day, the national media today will get to talk a lot of Lakers. They'll say, what went wrong? What do we need to do better? I don't know, play defense?
I mean,
not flop every other play?
I mean, every time you watch that game, LeBron or Luka was just on the ground.
Complaining.
They're always
specifically Luka.
on the ground.
That's their style.
Their pants on the ground.
They like to play that way. They're worms.
Luka gets hurt, and you'd think he was shot. And then
listen,
but
I'm starting it all over.
Man.
Why are you sons of bitches so negative? I don't understand.
No, I'm not.
I'm not negative either.
You're talking about the Wolves.
That's how bad the Lakers are.
You're talking about how bad the Lakers. I don't give an ass about how bad the Lakers are.
The Wolves
We
sucked
won.
last
This is
night,
not
and
the
we clinched
Tom
it.
Bernard in 1994. We're trying to be happy here.
I am happy. We played terribly. That was the worst game we've played of the 5, and we still won. That's how bad the Lakers are.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Lakers. I care about the Wolves.
So do I.
It doesn't sound like
That's why I stayed up and watched it all.
Same.
Go to bed.
Now my eyes hurt.
Why do your eyes hurt?
I don't know. I rub
He's
them
looking at your face and you're negative.
I rub them too hard.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, bro.
Yeah. Your
I
wiener
got scabs
hurt?
where they ain't supposed to be like scabs.
You have scabs on your wiener?
I beat it up.
Oh, my. But yeah, I'm glad they won.
That sounds like
I am.
it does. Sounds like it.
And I'm glad that the Rockets found a way to force another game out of the Warriors, who look old, too. This team is going to the Western Conference Finals.
For sure.
Too.
Yeah. The Warriors are old. And the Warriors, Max, they have the same problem the Lakers do. They have no depth because they traded it all away for Jimmy.
Well, the Warriors are actually the exact opposite of the Lakers. They ran a 10-man rotation. They ran a 10-man rotation for most of the year. They have a lot of depth. It doesn't mean that's the most talented depth, but they do run with like a pretty steep, a pretty deep rotation there. So yeah, but the main problem that you have to worry about is Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, and to a lesser extent Draymond Green and whatever antics and fracas he's gonna try to start up with Rudy Gobert and Jaden McDaniels and whoever. But I really think The only team that can really mess with this Wolves team right now is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
And I think that they're destined to meet in the Western Conference Finals.
Now we're talking.
Talk about it.
That's positivity. Are you guys listening to the new hotness?
I'm super excited, man. It just feels good that this is a consistent thing now. Like it wasn't last year wasn't just a Cinderella run. Like this is a consistent thing, and you can kind of feel it with the fans. Last year we were all like just kind of happy to be there, and now we're like bleep LA, bleep the whole state of California if we have to bleep it, because we might have to go through all the California teams to get to the NBA Finals. But regardless, it was this team has matured before our eyes, and they've found ways to gut it out in the fourth quarter multiple times throughout this series, and that's just not what we saw throughout the regular season. But they grew up quick, and they found a way to kind of put their nose to the ground and get things done in that fourth quarter. So it's awesome, man.
Game 4 was the key because the Lakers gave the Wolves their best shot with Luka and LeBron, and the Wolves still won. The first quarter last night, it looked like the Lakers were like, "This ain't gonna work. Let's just." They did, outside of I always struggle to say his first name, Hachimura.
Yeah.
He came out with energy. He looked like he was ready to play. Everybody else was going through the motions, like whatever. This series is over. Then the Wolves shot so poorly that the Lakers, you could see them getting more confident.
Yeah.
And then Luka's back went out because he's out of shape and he doesn't play defense and he complains.
He lives on the second floor.
And he lives on the second floor.
It's hard to get up there and his back hurts.
Yeah.
And they never had that. I don't know. They just never had that kick. Seems like Reddick got desperate with the rotation. How about Jackson Hayes starting the whole series and then getting 0 minutes?
What about that dude who had never played for the team before they put him in?
Exactly, yeah.
Did you say that already?
Well, that's because
I don't know his name.
Hayes.
I don't either.
Hayes was in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
And they rolled Maxi, what is it, Kleber? Is that how you say his last name? They rolled him off the bench.
That's crazy.
To make his debut. And he also looked lost. One of the first things he did was step out of bounds. It's like, cool, welcome to the game. You're not ready.
And actually, it was the Lakers called a timeout to find out which team he played for.
Yeah.
Who the hell is this guy?
The Lakers were just looking to get put to bed.
It felt like it.
And through the first 10 minutes, you're like, they have no interest. They don't want to be here. They know they can't win the series. They don't want to get hurt going into the offseason. But instead of driving to the basket, the Wolves just shot bricks.
But even in the first quarter, when the Wolves built about a 12-point lead, they were bricking every three already. They could have been up by 20 at the end of the first. They really could have been. And then the rest of the game, especially when the Lakers came all the way back and took the lead, it's like, how are we not up 25 to 30 points right now? And if you miss 43 three-pointers, by definition, if you just shoot an NBA average,
43-point shot
average, you're up by about 20.
Yeah, you blow them out.
But you shot 14%, and it was a nail-biter until Conley hit the three with like a minute and change to go. Then it felt like, finally, all right, that was the one we needed. Now I think that put us up 5 or 6, and that one felt like that was the dagger, but still, man, we got an A+ game out of Rudy when almost everybody else had their D game, right?
Rudy was so good.
Because Ant was 0 for 11 from 3. Ant was mostly terrible. We got nothing out of Nas, very little out of Dante, almost nothing out of Jaden except for foul trouble. Rudy saved us last night, man. We needed Rudy to have a game like that because the outside game was not working, but on to the next round, man, 4-1. And like Maxo just said, not only does this feel different, how about that is actually the first time in franchise history we have advanced out of the first round in consecutive years.
Wow.
Ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts? Not Western Conference Finals, just getting out of the first round in back-to-back seasons for the first time in the history of the Timberwolves.
That's insane.
And we've never not gone to the Western Conference Finals. Granted, it's a very small sample size.
2 for 2.
Yeah.
But we've never not gone to the Western Conference Finals, so I'm feeling another one, boys.
Yeah.
And, we're going to be favored against either team. We'll have home court advantage against the Warriors, and we'll be favored. And even though the Rockets would have home court advantage, the Warriors were the favorite in that series, and the Wolves would be the favorite, I think, if they took on the Rockets in round 2 as well. My Power Trip Bets can look up the old futures markets right now if he wants, but my guess is the Wolves, especially just the way they just cruised with 4 games to 1, my guess is they're the favorite in the next series, no matter who
Man,
they face.
What got even weirder is with all those missed threes, the Wolves were giving the Lakers a voice.
I knew you were going to do that.
Of course.
What does that mean?
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yes, yesterday was a day.
Yeah, it was
What
a
happened?
day. We'll tell you off the air. You'll love it. Especially you.
It wasn't
You'll
just the
love it.
NBA playoffs people were getting dunked on.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Yesterday was a day.
Because it's something that if somebody in this building did, you'd be furious. Can't wait. Let's go to break. We got to tell you. You'll love it.
Oh, man.
Anyway, thanks to my friends at Gutter Helmet, gutterhelmetmn.com. Never clean your gutters again.
All right, so Game 6, Warriors and Rockets is Friday. I assume Game 7 in that series would be Sunday if it goes to 7. Is that right? Can somebody look that up?
Don't we hate Jimmy Butler?
Mostly, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What did you say?
So Game 6 of the Warriors Rockets is Friday.
Yeah.
Would Game 7 be Sunday?
Game 7 would be Sunday, and
when would the Wolves series
play,
start?
If they win on Friday, it'll be Monday or Tuesday.
So we don't know yet.
We don't know yet. If the Warriors win on Friday, it'll be Monday or Tuesday.
But what if it's Sunday?
Then we don't know. I would guess Wednesday, Thursday.
So
Friday.
Could I see Game 1 being Monday? Maybe that would be Cinco de Mayo. Maybe Tuesday, May 6th.
I can see that.
Possibly Game 1 Wednesday, So sometime next week. Appreciate you narrowing it down.
You're welcome.
That was good. More of the Power Trip 102 after this on the Fan.
Hey, friend, I know how this feels. Waking up exhausted after multiple trips to the bathroom and feeling embarrassed by sudden leaks. I used to be constantly on edge, searching for a restroom whenever I was out. Then I discovered Better Woman. I was skeptical at first, but 2 months in, everything changed. I experienced improved bladder control, no more heart-stopping moments when I laugh or sneeze, less urge to go, deeper and more restful sleep. I finally felt like myself again, confident and in control. Better Woman is natural, effective, clinically tested, and trusted by women for over 25 years. Ready to take back your control? Head over to BeBetterNow.com to order your supply today. That's BeBetterNow.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed. Individual results may vary.
Fan.
Holy moly. Oof. Well,
see, it's one of my favorite days ever. The Wolves are moving on.
I know.
It's my favorite team. I was so excited about the day yesterday when the Wolves won. That was my favorite part of the day.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Loved it. Well,
all right, so look, Tommy isn't here yet, which means I think
he
I'm
ain't
right.
coming in
I think he said he was going north earlier.
Yes, I texted him. He hasn't responded.
Right,
He hasn't
so
responded.
maybe we'll see him tonight at Grandview. Who knows? But Lieber should be here in like 40 minutes. Got to ask him about Ken Jennings.
how long do you think it takes to get from Duluth to Brainerd? 2.5 hours, maybe?
Yeah, well, I don't think there's like a straight highway shot. That might be.
Sometimes you got to stay awake, though. No? Okay.
What song's that?
No, it was a,
You just meant-
masturbation reference.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 hours.
Okay. So I'll be there before 10, probably.
You go through Cloquet, which has Steve's top hat.
Yeah, man, I love that place.
You should stop there.
You're right, I probably should.
Yeah, listen to the Hulkster.
Okay.
Didn't we learn that seasonal? My guess is it's open in May.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's open in May.
I think that was the place people told us is seasonal.
You
Right,
know-
Gordy's hi-hat?
Hey,
Yeah, I bet it's
that
open
right?
now.
Corey,
Yeah.
can I tell you a secret?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the Wolves won. Let's do this.
Hell yeah, man.
A week ago today was draft day.
Yeah.
I was at this moment, in about half hour from now, I was trying very hard to call Tom Pelissero, and our phone was not cooperating, and I punched it.
Is that why it looks like that?
And It is still sitting here broken. I don't think anybody's noticed.
No.
And it's not working. And when I punched it and it stopped working, I realized, I think these phones have been here since we started working here.
No doubt about it.
And when was that?
2003, I think we moved here.
22 years.
That's
maybe 4 at the latest.
How many versions of iPhones have come and gone?
Well, the first iPhone wasn't until like 07, right? So these are all pre-iPhones.
Yeah.
16?
Well, the good news is if you punched it and broke it, they will replace it in about another, 16 to 18 years?
I don't know that they know it's broken. I don't think anybody knows. Yesterday, there was somebody here to work on a pop machine, and I opened the door, and he looked at me like, I've been standing here longer than some people have been in prison. And I said, yeah. And he goes, I'm here to fix a pop machine. And I go, okay. So I let him down here, and he's like, hey, I might have to go down to get some equipment for the pop machine. Can somebody let me back in? And I looked around to find somebody, and I couldn't find somebody. And I realized there's no one to do anything here anymore.
No one's here almost ever.
And
so I leave at 9:01, and when Abbott's like, where are you going? What is there to do if I stay?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Fix the pop machine for Chris? I'm out of here.
Yeah. And so I found Jess, and Jess took care of business.
The guy that takes huge dumps?
No, Vrasberg, he couldn't be bothered.
Oh.
No, he doesn't work here. Yeah.
No, but it was just, I thought for a moment, if I told people I ran this place, they'd have to believe me.
Yeah.
If I sat at the front desk and said, this is my desk now, who would stop me?
Nobody.
Like if I claimed that as my spot, nobody could
squatters' rights.
Yeah, right. And I would squat there, Core.
You could just move in here. Like someone could just live here.
Absolutely.
And nobody would notice.
Maxx?
I mean, it might be worth it.
I'm telling you right
the
now.
lease is up in June.
Let's go, baby.
We can move in.
I'm going to tell you.
You could you could take a horse bath in the bath room overnight, so you wouldn't have a full shower.
Well, every bath's a horse bath, depending on who you are, Core.
Can I give a horse bath?
Yeah, they'd never leave.
Talk about it.
Horse baths.
Who's going to stop you from bringing one in? There's no security here at night. This is your apartment.
As long as I don't call her an intern. And I'll tell you what, if she spent as much time whoring.
Man, today's a day, too.
Yeah, call bonus.
Today is a day. Yeah, call bonus. Get him back in here.
I feel good. I'm happy to have this job.
Speaking of Pelissero, because you said Pelissero's name like 3.5 minutes ago.
That's right, when I punched the phone.
Man, I got so much more respect for Tom Pelissero. I hope he's listening to this. I ran into him at Target 2 days ago, and he had a full cart in the self-checkout lane, and I'm like, hell
Old
yeah,
English
dude.
40s.
Yeah.
No, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going through the regular line. I don't care if I have 2 items or 30. It's the self-checkout. It's my time.
Boy, that drives me crazy.
There's 8 different lanes. Even if one person is scanning 30, the other 7 are going to go pretty quick.
But what if the person is my age or a little older, and you can tell they've never done it before?
Yeah.
Well, it's good that they learn.
Yeah, and that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Tom's smart. Tom was proficient. He was getting to it pretty quickly.
Was he just buying Old English and condoms?
Again, none of my business.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the self-checkout lane.
Yeah. Is there an opposite of Magnum condoms?
Poor Tom.
Asking for a friend.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, did Zach die yesterday? Or did he make it back? Does anybody know?
I believe he made it back. I think we would have heard.
Okay, cool.
I think that would have made the news.
Did he die?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
That's sad.
Well, I wouldn't. I'm not saying I hope he did. I just haven't heard a word from him.
Yeah, he was tweeting last night.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we got our basketball squad through to the second round. Now we need our hockey squad to pull off a minor miracle and win these last 2.
Yeah, nice job, guys.
We can do this.
Let's go.
I'm talking to you guys, you 3. You've been selling me bills of goods for these Wolves all summer, and I didn't buy it.
Man.
Wait a minute. All winter.
It's funny. I don't know who it was, but somebody basically.
It was Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa tweeted the 2 worst trades in quotations in NBA history just knocked the Wolves out of the playoffs. Lakers. Why did I say Wolves?
Because you can't read.
Well, I've been up since. I'm tired. Sorry. Don't be mad at me.
It would be much better in the future if you went to bed and watched SportsCenter. That's what I did, and I am happy and go lucky.
I felt bad for not staying up to watch the Wild game.
Yes, but did it affect your performance on the show? No.
I mean, I don't.
Did you know what happened during the game? Yes. Did you turn on SportsCenter and say, this is what happened? Now I feel like I watched it.
No.
Boom, Zumaluma. Now, if you enjoyed it,
Zumaluma.
Now, if you enjoyed watching the Wolves game, then more power to you. But I don't want to hear you bitch all morning.
Yeah, and
did you ever think about Boom Zumaluma? Like, did you consider that for even a second?
I'm not complaining.
Well, here's the problem too, Sauce. Is not only now are you going to be worthless on this show because you have no sleep. Last night at 11:05, Sauce tweeted, "The Wolves will lose this series."
Yeah.
See what you did? If you'd been asleep, you would never have tweeted that.
Well, I motivated them.
If you would have just lived by the mantra of Boom Zumaluma.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does anymore.
Well,
I think you've given up the
I did
the
tweet
whole,
that.
You've given up the Boom and the Zoom and the Luma.
If you give up the Luma, it's over
Please
for us.
don't give up the Luma, Sauce.
Please.
It's
I won't.
the last bastion
In fact,
of
use
hope.
some Lumi if you would.
Sauce, 6 hours ago, you tweeted, "The league wants the Lakers to win. It's so obvious."
I mean, it was. They didn't want to get caught. You can't rig every series.
8 hours ago, you said the league wants more games. The Wolves will lose.
Well, they got more games, so they Warriors Rockets series.
See what
does that have to do with Wolves Lakers?
They didn't want to have a Friday without NBA games.
Do you see what I mean, Sauce? If you had been sleeping and following the Boom Zumaluma, you would have not tweeted those things. You would have woken up this morning refreshed and feeling good.
I'm feeling good on a Wednesday.
You don't look good.
So then it's Thursday.
Sauce, look at this. You knew I was going to stay up, right? You knew I was going to stay up. You knew Maxx was going to stay up. So you knew two people that like and watch basketball were going to watch it. What are you going to add that we aren't?
Hold on a second. Oh. You dildo?
He's got you there, Corey.
That is the best.
I wanted to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm on the
1 point for Sauce.
That was the best comeback possible. Go for it. No, let's hear your Wolves breakdown. You watched the whole game.
They shot like hell, but they played a bad Lakers team. The Lakers didn't want to play.
Talk about
The Wolves were 7 of 47 from 3.
Jesus.
He was there.
Don't use the power of the dildo and then
don't be mad at me, dildo.
No, I'm talking to you.
No,
if you
nail
don't pull
this.
out the dildo, then
okay.
you got to speak correctly.
Yeah, if you're going to invoke Dildus,
Please.
then you got to take it with caution.
It just showed how well this team has been put together. They've taken down Giants, and then they just took down 2 more in Luka and LeBron. That was a sweet series. I'm glad I stayed up to watch it.
Hell yeah.
Take that, dildo.
All right, now, Chris, you watched 0 seconds of the game. Now, let's see if you can do a better job of encapsulating what we saw last night because you watched SportsCenter this morning. Go.
Here's what I know. If you are a team that is built around a superstar, that's great, but you better have some ancillary players that can take over on a night when that superstar doesn't have his best night. That's what happened here last night. Rudy Gobert stands up to everybody, shows people he's better than they say he is, puts his D in Luka's face, and we move on, even though Ant doesn't have his best night.
He didn't even see the game.
I don't even know their names. I don't know Rudy's last name.
That's a better breakdown. You're right.
The tweet that you were trying to reference, though, is not wrong, right? Because the 2 best players on the Wolves last night were Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And without them, they would have lost that game. Again, you cannot go 7 of 47 from 3 and beat anyone. But they did because Randle was clutch and Gobert was pretty much dominant from start to finish with, 8 dunks, I think, or 8 or 9 dunks?
Yeah, I think so.
Just a whole bunch of lobs, a whole bunch of follow slams. It was just sick. So shout out to Rudy. The reaction of the bench when they subbed him out towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
They love him, man.
They seem to love him, man. It was just awesome.
You know
and
who I
he's
love?
going to be a handful for either the Rockets or the Warriors because he's taller than hell.
Do you know who I love?
Who do you love?
Naz Reid.
Yeah.
When he does well, I like him.
Sure.
I don't know. It makes me happy when he scores a basket.
Yeah, you love Naz.
What's funny?
It's Naz.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, man, you know it's TSR time.
I'm sorry.
Well, don't be mad at me.
It's Spin AZ. How would you say it?
I probably would say it poorly, too.
Yeah, you'd say it Borley as well. Whatever. I like that guy. He makes me happy.
Yeah,
he looks
he's
like he's
great.
having a good time. He enjoys playing basketball.
Yeah,
I
he's
watched
great.
the first quarter, and then I went CP time in it.
Yeah, I wish I had.
That
Yeah,
was the Wolves' best quarter, but again, it's still the fact that they were only up. What was it, 7, 8, 9 after one, whatever it was, should have been up 20.
Yeah.
But they couldn't hit a three. But, man, they just kept going.
Yeah.
I think they're the only team, going into yesterday's game, they were the only team that was leading their series that hadn't hit more threes than their opponents.
Imagine when we start hitting those.
Exactly. Well, exactly.
It'll be over.
The Wolves are top. They were top 5 in 3-point shooting percentage and 3-pointers made all season. And Anthony Edwards, obviously, he led the season. He led the league in 3-pointers made. So I'm not worried about it, but that is just incredibly weird how cold they went.
They even mentioned the last night, though. Jim Peterson mentioned that, and I think every Wolves fan watching the game kept thinking that when the lead was kind of hovering around 4, 5, 6 points in the first half, and we were bricking everything, and they were going through like Dante DiVincenzo's series 3-point numbers, and they were terrible. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's series 3-point shooting numbers, and they weren't good. And then we're all bricking them last night, and Jim Peterson's like, well, I mean, come on, that's going to come back to the norm. We're going to get back to... And the whole game, I think we all felt, well, we're winning and we're playing badly, we're shooting badly. As soon as this gets back to normal, we're going to pull away. And it never did, and they still won.
Yeah.
How many teams in NBA history have missed 17 consecutive threes and won a game?
8.
That's the right answer.
Wow.
No, probably.
You are on top of it.
It was old school basketball, the basketball that a lot of people claim that they missed. They were taking it to the paint. They were being physical, playing bully ball. I mean, that's old school basketball right there. They just outgridded them, outgrinded them.
They were beating meat, man.
They were beating meat, bumping meat.
Though, that's the most frustrating thing about quarters 2 through 4. Was how the Wolves did settle way too many times for threes, especially after Luka had a bacchiotomy.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim Peterson and Michael Grady kept like, why won't Ant just go right past Luka? He clearly has a spinal injury based on Luka's flopping around on the ground, and his old man walked back to the locker room. Drive on him.
Yeah.
He can't defend Ant when he's at full strength, let alone with a back problem.
Ant was tired.
Ant was not good last night.
He's tired, man.
Shout out to Rudy.
0 for 11 from 3-point range.
Yeah, he didn't want to score him.
Yeah.
He was tired.
He has so much respect for LeBron. He wanted LeBron to stay in the game and get a couple of cool dunks.
If he spent more time... I couldn't think of anything, but I wanted to use that joke.
Ben Lieber in like 27 minutes.
God, you know what?
Yes, sir.
Here's what you should do, Corey. Would you do this for me?
Mm-hmm.
Order him to go take a nap.
Who?
You. For this next segment.
I'm
go
fine.
Nap. You are definitely not
Go take a nap, you dildo.
Go take a nap.
What?
And wake up refreshed.
Come on, man.
I'm
and
fine.
take a whore shower.
You said the Wolves got knocked out by Julius Randle. You're too tired.
I didn't say that.
Go sleepy.
I'm like
seepy.
those scabs
Go
on your
seepy,
wiener.
baby.
I'm not going anywhere.
Go seepy, baby. Go lay down.
Why don't you go down the hall and
take a nap.
try to figure out where Maxx could stay here if he made this entire floor his apartment? Go make a bed.
I guarantee if you hid behind that the curtain in the performance room, nobody'd know.
Nope.
I guarantee.
What if we just turn the performance room into the apartment from Big?
Yeah, it'd be
with
great.
like a
What if we all lived here?
trampoline.
Yeah.
We, you know what? If we do it on TikTok or something or YouTube, the company would be like, "Great idea! You
that's
guys
a
are
good
the
point.
best."
Oh, boy.
That's a great point. Hey, Maxx is moving in here. He can't do that. It's for TikTok. We're getting clicks. Oh, okay, cool.
It's for what?
Well, it might be for that.
There is no doubt somebody from corporate would go, genius idea.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, Maxx is hiding from some lady.
I cut my hair. I'm wearing white face.
It wasn't pretty, but the Wolves are moving on. We'll talk about that during Front Page Sports after this on The Fan.
Hey, friend, I know how this feels. Waking up exhausted after multiple trips to the bathroom and feeling embarrassed by sudden leaks. I used to be constantly on edge, searching for a restroom whenever I was out. Then I discovered Better Woman. I was skeptical at first, but 2 months in, everything changed. I experienced improved bladder control, no more heart-stopping moments when I laugh or sneeze, less urge to go, deeper and more restful sleep. I finally felt like myself again, confident and in control. Better Woman is natural, effective, clinically tested, and trusted by women for over 25 years. Ready to take back your control? Head over to BeBetterNow.com to order your supply today. That's BeBetterNow.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed. Individual results may vary.
It's got a little bit of like a Munsters vibe to it, right?
Oh, it absolutely does.
Yeah, a little.
Oh, yeah.
It was very Halloween-y.
Yeah, I had that once.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just take a pill for that.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's amazing.
I believe it.
Modern medicine, man.
Yep.
Miracle.
Sorry you had that.
All right, front page sports. Let's talk about the big win because some of us stayed up for it.
Presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores. Buy 3 Monsters, mix and match any flavors you want for just $7 for a limited time. Maxx went with the white one again. See?
Yeah, story of your life.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Classic core.
You know what?
I think this one is greatly superior to the others.
I knew it.
Going for the white one, the Corey Cove story.
Wow.
It's a pretty short story. Just a couple of pages. It's a pretty boring read.
Who would be you in the movie, though?
Either Liev Schreiber or
a vampire.
Jamie Dornan, and everybody just says I look exactly like him.
I thought you were going to say Jamie Foxx.
He's a method actor. Yeah, I can figure it out.
That'd be a hell of a casting. Hey, Corey, watch this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's weird. I don't understand. The Wolves beat the Lakers, right?
They did, yes.
I'm on ESPN.com. Why is the headline and the picture of the story LeBron James?
Because that's what they do. They will talk all day today, especially when Around the Horn or Between the Cheeks starts, or whatever that stupid show is. They won't talk about the Wolves. They will talk about how the Lakers lost, what they need to do. Can they bring on Giannis? Can they bring on Jokic? How can they make this a better team? And then they'll go, oh, yeah, by the way, the Wolves have moved on. They will talk about the Lakers all day. I mean, every story on ESPN.com, every video was about the Lakers. Who cares? I'm glad they're out. They can kiss raw hot dogs.
Oh, wow. The raw one.
He didn't nap, did he?
What? Stop. I'm fine. I normally sound uninformed and idiotic.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, even when I get 15
I'm with Paul
hours
on this
sleep.
one. He normally sounds like this.
But is his voice not like taking a fork to your inner ear right now?
It normally is.
No, it's so much higher, though. It's a higher pitch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, do your Barry White impression the rest of the show.
Sorry.
That was it?
Yes.
Do you know who Barry White is?
Yes. Yeah. He's
And look at you calling for Barry White.
Wow, Corey.
Strikes again.
Yep. Anyway, yeah.
David Duke.
ESPN, Jesus. ESPN sucks. But I watch it all the time. I'm sorry I let you guys all down.
And you hate the league, right? The league wants more games. The Wolves will lose. The league is rigged.
Hey,
it's so obvious.
I motivated the Wolves.
Think the Wolves read your Twitter account during the game last night?
No.
The Timberwolves won 103-96 over the Lakers to win the series 4-1. That's despite missing 40 3-pointers. 40. They were 7 of 47, including 0 of 11 from 3 for Ant, 2 of 12 for Dante. The star of the game, Rudy Gobert, 27 points, 24 rebounds, both of those career playoff highs. And when Rudy had those monster games a couple of weeks ago, we were going through the most rebounds in a game in Wolves history. I think 24 was, I don't know, right in that like top 5 or 6 range, right? There was a couple of monster games out of Kevin Love. I think Al Jefferson had one.
Man, I forgot.
Right, a couple obviously by Kevin Garnett, and then Rudy was in that mix as well. So 24 is about as good as it gets. It's like a top 10er in Wolves history, and we got it last night, which is pretty cool.
And when we needed it the most, we would not have even been in that game without Rudy Gobert.
No, he scored more points last night than he did in the first 4 games combined.
In one of those games, he didn't even attempt a field goal.
which is normally good.
Yeah, right.
Last night was everything that we were asking for on yesterday's morning show. But can we just lob it to him? Can he just, don't run the offense through him. Just get him dunks, and that's about it. And that's exactly what he did. Don't try to do some crossover, break your ankles.
No.
You can't dribble.
No.
Just catch it and dunk it, and that's what he did.
Their whole defense was they would double Ant every time he got to the top of the whatever it is key, and then they would just let Rudy wide open. And their plan was, well, Rudy's either going to not catch it or throw it out of bounds or get blocked. And that was the exact opposite. He dominated.
Also, the most frustrating thing about last night is when they clearly played their hand and said, every time Ant gets the ball at the top of the key, we're going to double him. He did a pretty good job of swinging the ball around.
Yeah.
Those 40 missed threes weren't panic corner threes. Most of them were wide open looks. These are good NBA quality shooters that were bricking mostly open shots all night. It felt like it had to change, and it just never did. And I thought it was going to cost us the game. I really did. I'm like, we should be winning by 30. We're going to lose this game. Then the national media sauce would have been like, the Lakers are back in it.
Yeah, here we go.
It's like, well, no, they're terrible. It's just the Wolves cost themselves the game, but they didn't, thanks to Rudy and specifically in the fourth quarter, Julius Randle. When it looked like it was going to fall apart and the Lakers were going to find a way to squeak out of that game with a win. Man, Randle backed in on the Lakers defense a couple times. That nice little turnaround lefty fade. Man. A little bit like Luka, but still, we'll take our version. Yeah, Julius was great. Did you see him on the post-game show with FanDuel? Dropped the old S-bomb twice. And then
did he?
Yeah, sorry for my language. He was excited.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, some people swear when they're excited.
Yeah.
Barb.
Wow. Yeah, Barb.
Yeah, what's going on, Barb, in the Uber with the church guy?
Yeah, how about that? Did you read Barb's text?
Not yet, no. What did I miss? Group text?
She was in an Uber with a dude, and he asked what she did, and she said she worked for a radio station. And he said, which one? She said, the fan. So he turned on the station. The first thing he heard was, dildo.
Do you still have those liners?
Which one?
That you made? Dildos? No. Do you still have that bit? Dildos are not essential items.
I know what you're talking
I'm sorry I'm letting you down today. You hate me. I'm sorry I said yesterday your song sounded like two women singing.
Yeah, no, Chris is right. Are you hallucinating?
No!
Because you didn't get much sleep?
God, your voice is so high-pitched.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Oh, man. Hey, hold on.
Honestly, I think the show would be better if you just went home and napped.
I think it'd be great if you slept 6 feet under.
Oh, why do you want me dead?
Hey, take a dirt nap. Take a permanent dirt nap and see what happens. Just for the show, the good of the show.
Oh, Saucy, good night.
Man, I might.
Please, go lay down.
What would you dream about?
My wife.
My life. Sorry.
And doing better Borat impressions?
Yes.
What else would you dream about?
My beautiful son.
And?
My talented friend, Chris Hockey.
And?
Your death.
Okay, can we explore this?
So it's a wet dream.
I'm in this dream. You and I are together.
Yep. I'm walking you down the aisle to my dad.
Hold on. Where's his body at?
No. My dad's alive.
No. I know that I thought you said a moment ago he was dead.
Yeah. So you decided it would be.
Wait, Chris and your dad don't get married at my funeral, do they?
Hawk wanted for the first time in his life save some money.
Two birds, one stone.
They did them both.
I thought Corey was getting weekend at Uncle Bernie's at the wedding.
Your death was more of a celebration than the wedding.
Yeah, the confetti people are throwing are your ashes.
They didn't jump the broom; they just jumped over your corpse.
Yeah, correct.
Can you at least prop me up and be the one that looks like I'm marrying Jeff and Chris? Right? I won't actually say anything. I'm dead, but just you can kind of put a book or some kind of a pamphlet in my hands. Yeah, and just stand me right there,
like the guy in Beetlejuice that's going to marry them.
Exactly.
Yep.
That was the exact image I was thinking about as well.
See, you and I are on the same page.
Same amount of sleep.
Really weird dream.
Yeah.
So wait, why are Kel and Louie there? Just to
Kelly's
watch?
there?
Oh my God!
That was a wet dream.
What a weird dream. This is the weirdest dream ever.
So R. Kelly's there. Your son Louie's probably being groomed.
Wait.
Oh my God.
Wait.
No.
Why would R. Kelly be there?
He was unkempt.
Wait.
I'm dead. Your dad is marrying Chris.
Is R. Kelly innocent in your dream?
Yeah.
What else is this?
Oh, look, Chris Brown's here, too.
Oh, my God.
So none of this has to do with the Wolves or Lakers at all.
No.
Oh, wait, Corey left. Chris Brown's here. His dead body got up and he left.
Yeah.
Is Kanye wearing a wedding gown? Oh, wait, it's got a hood.
Oh, he's going to get a white Red Bull.
I almost spit my coffee. You mean a monster?
Whatever.
Yes, Kanye's a monster.
A white Red Bull.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dream. You know what? Wake up. You'll get more rest.
Yeah.
Your dreams are weird.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
And by the way, if you're listening to the Power Trip Morning Show for the first time, Dildo.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Want to make sure if you're switching over from that Christian station and this is the first time you've given us a chance. Thanks. Yes, the Wolves did win last night, and we did just discuss it. And we probably will again.
Why did they let R. Kelly out of prison to go to this wedding? Why does he know Hawking your dad?
Yeah, well, yeah.
He truly was the best man at our wedding.
To be fair, he was Hawk's dad's date because he's the only other guy that likes to be peed on in the tri-state area.
God, you have weird dreams.
Yeah, well, you're in
really
it.
Do.
What three states are the tri-state area?
Wait a minute. You can't blame me for being in your dream.
No, I want you in my dream.
I did not condone my appearance in your dream.
Well, you would condone marrying my father.
Yes, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should just go to bed. Go dream about your dad.
We'll be right here doing the show.
About my who?
About your dad.
No, I love this job, and I want to be here, even though I'm sleep deprived.
The company feels differently.
And hideous.
We'll do what really matters after this. Ben Lieber Jones in 10 minutes. Power to Morning Show on the Fan.
Hey, friend. I know how it feels, waking up exhausted after multiple trips to the bathroom and feeling embarrassed by sudden leaks. I used to be constantly on edge, searching for a restroom whenever I was out. Then I discovered Better Woman. I was skeptical at first, but 2 months in, everything changed. I experienced improved bladder control, no more heart-stopping moments when I laugh or sneeze, less urge to go, deeper and more restful sleep. I finally felt like myself again, confident and in control. Better Woman is natural, effective, and trusted by women for over 25 years. Ready to take back your control? Head over to BeBetterNow.com to order your supply today. That's BeBetterNow.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed. Individual results may vary.
Good morning show. Here we go. Oh, Corey. Sauce got a little nap during that break.
I did.
Oh, good.
I'm
Welcome
back.
I'm hoping he's feeling better.
Hogs, what do you want from Chick-fil-A?
I would like one of those chicken sandwiches with the cheese on it. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Thank you, baby.
Maxo?
Okay, get one of those chicken sandwiches got the egg and the cheese on it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Zach.
Spicy.
What do you want,
a
Corey?
coffee, maybe?
Yeah, give me a Diet Coke, too, please.
Do they have a Caniac combo, no slaw, extra toast?
No.
Then I'm good. Let's do What Really Matters, brought to you by Carboni's.
They got white meat for you.
Oh, see what I'm saying? Well, do they have breast meat for me?
Yeah.
Wow, your mic's on.
I know my mic is on. This is radio. Go back to sleep, baby. It's okay.
Carboni's brings you What Really Matters. I'll do scores and stats around the world of sports in between. Chris will change your life with something else.
That's what really matters, right?
That's right, baby. Give it to me, Elvis.
All right, the easy one is the Wolves. The Wolves are moving on to round 2 for the second consecutive season. They dispatched the Lakers 103-96, and they win the series 4-1. Rudy Gobert, 27 points, 24 rebounds.
Let's go.
We could potentially get the dream matchup of Rudy and Draymond Green in round 2.
Yes.
Hating each other, trash-talking each other, and then the Wolves can send Steph and Draymond and Jimmy home as well.
God. The reaction to Jimmy Butler at the Target Center is going to be legendary.
He has to play.
He has to play this time.
Yeah, he can't hide like he normally does. He doesn't even show up to the games when he's, quote, hurt, as he has in the past.
Well, that just added to this build-up. He's going to get, oh my God, the booze that he's going to get is going to be next level. I cannot wait.
It's going to be great.
There's Ben Lieber. What really matters, though, is this.
It was on this date, just out of curiosity, see if you guys can get this.
Mm-hmm.
In this date, in what year, the 32-year-old Elvis Presley married 21-year-old Priscilla at the Aladdin Hotel in Las Vegas?
Let's see.
What year do you think Elvis married Priscilla at the Aladdin Hotel?
So he died in the late...
Which is, by the way, now Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood, exactly.
Yeah.
He died in the late 70s, right? So I'm going to say...
Hi, Ben.
I'm going to say he married her in... Oh, man. I'm trying to do the math, because she's still with us, right? She's still with us.
Yeah.
Priscilla? Didn't she just pass away?
She just passed away, right?
Did she really?
Yeah, I think she just passed away.
Like a minute ago.
Can I give the Zach answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
1969.
I think it's got to be earlier than that. If he died in the 70s...
I think
I'll go like 59.
Well, looks like she's still with us.
I think she's still with us.
I thought she passed away.
Lisa Marie Presley died.
Yes.
Lisa Marie died. That's right. I'm sorry. Priscilla married Elvis on this date in 1967.
Jeez,
Good call,
Ben, you
Ben.
almost nailed it.
Good call, baby.
67.
Good call, baby.
So you said he was 32?
He was 32. She was 21.
When did they start dating?
Before that.
Yeah.
Considerably before that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think so. I think that's the story.
Yeah, I think
that
so.
is.
So, yeah, that's right. Lisa Marie has passed away, and Lisa Marie's the mom of Riley Keough, who is the fantastic actress in one of my favorite shows and one of my favorite books that I would encourage you all to watch, Daisy Jones and the Six. If you haven't seen it, it's basically a fictional version of Fleetwood Mac, and it's a great series, a great book, too, and it's on Prime. Encourage you to watch it. She's great. She could sing her A-word off.
Wild news presented by Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com. If you are a Twin Cities contractor, boost your build with Catalyst. The Wild are hosting the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. Game 6 at the old XL Energy Center at 6:30 right here on the Fan. It's nice to have a game time that's manageable, 6:30. Vegas is up 3-2. Of course, if they win, it's over. Vegas has won the last 2 games against the Wild in overtime. Vegas is the DraftKings favorite tonight to win the game and are obviously big-time favorites to win the series with a 3-2 lead with potentially 2 games to go. The Vegas Golden Knights minus 650 to win this series.
Ouch.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's not good.
Good luck to the Wild. Let's keep this thing going. Let's at least get a Game 7. Right? What's better than a Game 7 in hockey? Let's go. Let's win tonight. What really matters, though, is this.
On this day in 1991, where were you in 1991, Ben? How old were you?
1991, I would have been in, that would have been 7th grade.
7th grade, got it.
Yeah.
On this date in 1991, when Ben was in 7th grade, Nolan Ryan, who was 44, threw his 7th no-hitter, helping the Texas Rangers shut out the Toronto Blue Jays. On the same night, over in Oakland, Ricky Henderson stole his 939th base to break Lou Brock's all-time record.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew both of those things, but I didn't know they happened like that.
They did.
Crazy.
And Ben, in 7th grade, didn't care at all. Admit it.
No. You take that back.
All right,
you put that back in your filthy
I'm
mouth.
putting it back in my mouth right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in my back pocket later.
I do remember that, and I do care because my brother Aaron was a giant Ricky Henderson fan.
How could you not be?
Yeah.
And so he was, because he cared so much about it, then I cared about it.
Got
so, yes.
You know,
so there.
Do you know who was the biggest Ricky Henderson fan? Ricky Henderson.
Ricky, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
he loved himself some
man,
Ricky.
Oh, man, that 30 for 30 is
30 for 30.
incredible.
It's unbelievable. That poor guy.
But you also have so much respect for him.
Completely.
Like, there's maybe nobody that loves the game of
He played
baseball.
till he was 90.
Yeah.
Right. There was a team that, like, basically, he would play for town ball teams. He just wanted to play baseball.
Yeah, till he was way old.
Yeah.
He loved it.
He loved baseball.
Yeah.
Man. It's actually really inspiring. At first,
he
you
just passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Just within the last year.
A plane crash with Priscilla Presley.
Man, that's a weird story.
dead?
Yeah. Ricky's a terrible pilot.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais is who we're talking about.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
This would be probably hard to pull off because it'd be different answers for different people. But who would be the modern day sports personality that would be like Ricky Henderson? Because I bet you that we would probably hate this guy.
No doubt we would.
Yeah,
we
for
would
sure.
love and revere Ricky Henderson.
It's the me that everybody crapped on Shedeur Sanders and the Deion Sanders family a week ago. Basically, is what Ricky Henderson did 24 hours a day. But for whatever reason, it feels different when it's not through social media.
Right.
When you just go to a press conference and go like, Ricky does this, Ricky does that, and you're basically Jimmy from Seinfeld. It just doesn't feel the same about constantly posting about yourself.
Because doesn't it seem like sports when we were growing up, take the NBA, for example, some of the antics and the drama that was involved was a little bit WWE-esque in a way that we propped them up to be sort of caricatures of people. But if the same guys were doing that now, we'd be like, what a dramatic POS.
Yeah, like Bill Lambier, Dennis Rodman.
Right.
Rick Mohorn, all those guys back in the day, just battling.
Yeah.
Like Draymond. Draymond's probably a good example of like a guy from the 80s that's been teleported in our modern times. And
he would have fit right in. For sure.
Yeah, we would have talked about Draymond with a lot more respect if he played like 3 decades ago,
right,
than the way that we talk about him now, 100%.
Yep, well said.
A lot of the personality has been coached out of sports, so we just don't see guys like Ricky a whole lot because all these guys are speaking coach speak. All these players and all these leagues and teams are worth way too much money, so these teams like coach that stuff out of people. So I feel like we're not really getting people's full personality all the time either.
Yeah. We're not hearing their voice.
Right. Like there's not a lot of Charles Barkley's.
What really matters is this.
That's a great point. Cool.
Thank you, Hugs. Oh, no.
A lot of voiceless people out there.
Yeah.
Damn, Ursula.
Man, think how much money Luke has made in his career.
Hard to talk.
Ursula's hot.
Woodhawk. Oh,
yeah, no doubt.
Paul, your hands up.
Ursula Woodhawk.
The on land version or the sea version? And I mean SEA.
We both know.
Prefer either.
We both know.
Yes.
I don't like the taste of fish.
Hey, Sauce.
Land version Ursula.
Sauce, you know the song that Ariel sings when she loses her
Bootylicious.
voice? Right? The notes that she hits when she loses her voice, she has to sing, and then Ursula takes her voice.
Yeah.
Could you, because it's my birthday, could you at least try?
It's your birthday again?
Could you just try to hit those notes?
I can't, but doesn't she like go, isn't that how she sings?
My body's too bootylicious.
Yeah,
Hang on.
And she goes, let me see that song.
What are the notes, though?
Isn't that it?
Are you trying to scare us?
Is that Elvis?
I mean, it's turning hot.
I'm having the time of my life.
Isn't that it?
No. I
Okay.
mean,
So the answer, Hawk's answer is yes. He absolutely
Yes, he would,
I
of
would.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's mean.
She really is mean.
I think Chris could find a use or two for all those extra tentacles.
Yeah, right, man.
Yeah.
The Wolves are moving on. Luka and LeBron are donezo, which is super cool. It is weird how much respect I had for Luka against the Wolves last year. I'm like, God dang it, is this guy unstoppable? He's so freaking good. It pissed me off, but he's so good. God, he annoyed the crap out of me this series.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. I just felt like I lost so much respect for him. He's still a freak. He's one of the all-time great offensive weapons. But, man, I don't like watching that guy play basketball.
No, I don't either.
He's always on the ground.
Yep. And he's just whiny and complaining.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's just not my kind of guy. But whatever. More of the Power Trip Morning Show with Ben Lieber after this on The Fan.
Hey, friend. I know how it feels, waking up exhausted after multiple trips to the bathroom and feeling embarrassed by sudden leaks. I used to be constantly on edge, searching for a restroom whenever I was out. Then I discovered Better Woman. I was skeptical at first, but 2 months in, everything changed. I experienced improved bladder control, no more heart-stopping moments when I laugh or sneeze, less urge to go, deeper and more restful sleep. I finally felt like myself again, confident and in control. Better Woman is natural, effective, and trusted by women for over 25 years. Ready to take back your control? Head over to BeBetterNow.com to order your supply today. That's BeBetterNow.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed. Individual results may vary.
And
welcome back. Yes, big win for your beloved Minnesota T-Wolves. Even though Saucy was up late, he's still loving on his squad. Here's Al Horton.
The clock winding down, and the horn sounds here in L.A., and the Timberwolves have defeated the Lakers 103-96. They close out the series in 5 games. And for the first time in franchise history, the Timberwolves have advanced to the second round of the NBA playoffs in back-to-back seasons.
Wolves in 5, love it. And one of my favorite things about the last minute of that game was Jim Peterson and Michael Grady on the FanDuel broadcast specifically saying, hey, look, this is only a 6-point game, and the Pacers just came back the night before from 7 down with like 40 seconds to go. You know, this ain't over. I know it's 6, and it looks good for the Wolves, but this ain't over. This is the playoffs. And then the Lakers just mailed it in the final 40 seconds. Specifically the last 20, you know, they didn't even foul. They're like, this game's over. It's what are we doing? So I love that they put it on the platter, that look at the Pacers. They're fighting tooth and nail. They want to close out this series against the Bucks. Look at the grit. And they're like, the Lakers are like, yeah, we don't care about that. We're going home.
They meat sauced it.
They meat sauced it.
This is going to be too hard. We're out.
They meat sauced it.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys a network question.
Give it hell.
Yeah. So the game nationally was on TNT last night, and then it was also on FanDuel. So what is that the way it's going to be throughout the whole rest of the playoffs?
No, I think that was their last one. In fact, Michael Grady and Jim Peterson at the end kind of signed off saying this is it for us.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, they're only allowed to do the first round. I think Marnes has told us that it might even change in the future where they're not even allowed to do that because the NBA has so many different networks.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was actually surprised that they were broadcasting the game.
Well, the only thing that kind of sucks, it is like when I'm on Twitter watching just chaos yesterday. God, it was just great. But then I'm watching Sauce tweet and other people from the fan tweet, and half of them were complaining about like what Reggie Miller was saying. And I'm like, well, I'm watching Jim Peterson and Michael Grady. You feel like left out if you're missing half the action. Like, it'd be nice if everybody was watching the same broadcast. You know?
Yeah, I do
supporting my Marnes. Let's go.
I do have to say that I got home from a baseball game late, which, by the way, nobody should ever schedule a baseball game at 8:15 at night.
What? Wow. Terrorism.
Yeah, we didn't get home till 10:50 last night. Anyway.
10:50?
Jesus.
So let's see, an hour and 50. So you probably didn't see about 36 missed threes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That part's good, though.
Well, you know, I do have YouTube TV.
Oh, man. Watching in the stands?
I was watching in the stands.
Love
Listen,
that.
I love my boy, but, you know, they only bat a few times, and, you know, I can look up if there's a crack of the bat, he's making a play in the field. So yeah, I was keeping, you know, some tabs on YouTube TV. I don't even know what the point of this was, but I get home. I didn't even know the game was on FanDuel, so I just turned it on TNT because that's what the live broadcast I was watching on YouTube. The commentating's awful. Like who is it? That's
Reggie Miller.
He's terrible. Like not even entertaining. Not even like it's clunky. I'm just like, I cannot believe that this is a playoff basketball commentator. That was Reggie Miller.
I guess based on Twitter,
yeah, it was. Yeah, he was getting savage.
Yeah, Reggie could be a mixed bag. That's more kind of negative than good sometimes. It wasn't
even, I guess from my perspective, it wasn't much negative talk. It was just boring and stuff that wasn't even like relevant to the play. I don't know. It just things that he would work in. I'm like, I don't even know why that's relevant right now.
When they were showing the replay of a foul, he's like, that should be a flagrant.
Yeah.
That should be a flagrant. And he's like, well, now that I watch it a little bit more, I actually think it's a common foul. It was just a hard foul. He was like so adamant that it should be a flagrant. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, well, actually, which props him for changing his mind. But it's like, come on, Reggie. Like
he was like,
he's not great.
One of the sneaky best things about the Wolves winning last night is if they had lost, I would have blamed 99.9% of it on their own shooting misses, right? Because you just can't miss 43s and blame it on the refs
or the rain.
But some people would have, because that Luka overturn makes no sense to me. And I know Twitter went nuts going like, how can they overturn that? How can you see that and say like, no, that's enough evidence to overturn? He clearly hammers the other hand. Plus there's a little hip contact. Like, and the ref even explained it. Well, there was marginal contact before and there was marginal contact afterwards. So you're admitting he contacted him twice. It's a foul.
It's a foul.
So how about let's not overturn it? If it's the other way around, this is the rigged part, Sauce. Of course,
100%.
They would let Luka shoot those three free throws. So that was an absolutely terrible overturn. So I'm so glad it didn't come down to that, because the Wolves fans would have been like, the refs. No, we missed 43s. That's why we lost. But instead, they overcame the 40 missed threes. They overcame the bad officiating, and we're moving on.
Yeah, that was when I was watching the game without sound on. So that was their explanation, was just it was soft contact.
It said marginal contact before and marginal contact after.
That's a foul.
Well, he's admitted there's contact.
Yeah.
So how about let's not overturn it?
I couldn't believe. Yeah, that was.
Anyway.
Yeah, whatever. They still won, and they're going to win the next series. It's going to be great.
I agree. And they will be dogs against OKC. Underdogs, not DAWGS. They'll be underdogs against OKC.
Or Denver or LA.
True. That's a good point. I think obviously we match up super well against Denver.
I would love a Western Conference Finals against Denver.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh my God. I mean, book your ticket to Boston or Cleveland at that point.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I will go to Vegas to see that game.
Yeah. You should, Hogs.
That's a great idea. Let's go to Vegas to celebrate the Wolves championship. Let's do more of what really matters. I'll do scores and stats. Chris will change your life with something else.
Come on, Ben, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Did you guys see the mistake that the Utah Hockey Club made?
Yes.
Oh.
The Utah Hockey Club won't confirm this, but for a little bit of their time on their YouTube channel Tuesday, their @ symbol at Utah Hockey Club was temporarily at Utah Mammoth. Then they realized it and they quickly deactivated the channel, but screenshots exist. It goes viral. Once it's on the internet, it never leaves, especially if you send out a whole bunch of tweets at people. They screenshot those and they remember those forever.
Well, yeah. So a lot of those people are voiceless, though.
Not anymore. Well, one exec said that they are still fully on track to announce a permanent name for the team ahead of the 25-26 schedule. But of course, everybody's like, look, the Yeti thing got nixed because of the trademark bit. The Mammoth is the best name left, and it's not even close.
Yep,
Everybody knows it's going to be Utah Mammoth, but I love that some digital guy that worked for the Mammoth completely screwed this up, and now they have to like panic and go,
way to go.
No, that isn't for sure. Of course, it's the name.
Yeah.
So they accidentally leaked it on Tuesday. It's the Utah Mammoth, but that's sweet.
That was a cool name.
When they went through those 20 names, the only two I really liked were the Yeti and the Mammoth. I would have preferred the Utah Yeti. I think that sounds cooler. This is pretty goddamn close, though.
Which one did you like, Hawk?
They had one that was the Boners.
Oh.
Named after their owner, Charles Boner.
Oh, yeah.
See,
their
the
owner
Old
is
Chucky
named
Bones,
Boner.
huh?
Yeah.
Charles Boner, the owner.
Yeah.
It's the same question I would have for Mammoth, for Boner. Why wouldn't it be Boners and not Mammoths? Why are we going singular?
I think it's like deer.
Copyright infringement.
Right. Deer versus deers.
Yeah. There's another team named the Boners.
Yeah.
Right. I think it sounds like Mammoth.
You wouldn't say the Nashville Predator.
No, but
Chris Hansen would.
I wonder if Mammoth maybe that is just the plural.
Maybe there's only one left in existence.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good question. Again, we don't have mammoths or mammoth around to know.
It's not like
what the
Utah
plural of it is.
And we're saying, like, can they be the geeses?
Check
like,
this out.
You got a text?
Maybe it is.
They just sent me a text. It's gonna, They had to combine them. It's going to be the mammoth boners now.
Wow.
I like it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's got a nice ring to it. What's the, can you draw me what the mascot looks like?
I can't, but Sauce can.
Can Sauce do that?
Yeah,
he
does
can.
anybody have
He's more
paper
the
and a
artist.
pen?
I know where you can get it.
So Charles Boner, the owner, though, is kind of a
town
loner.
called Effort Town.
They kicked him out.
Do you think that...
Let's go take a nap.
What? Kiss him.
What?
Where's he going?
He's going to get a pen and paper,
For what?
To draw
He's going to draw the logo.
Remember?
Oh,
my God.
Mammoth
I
boner.
mean,
do you think the Utah owner is also a stoner?
Oh, man. I know his son is.
so wait, Charles Boner, the owner,
Is a loner.
is a loner and a stoner.
Sauce, you do one.
What?
So Charles Boner, the owner, is a loner and a stoner.
And he's a store owner.
Dear God.
Oh, wow.
It's the same word.
It's the same word.
All right. Well, sorry, Dr. Seuss.
Look, you get to be arty. Hey, Picasso over there. Just draw something nice, okay? Let me see what it looks
Sauce,
like.
you do one.
Saucy go sleepy time.
Hold on. What do you want me to draw?
First.
Hey, Sandman, you try to put him to sleep?
He needs a nap. He just does.
He hates me.
He just needs a nap. That's okay. I don't hate you.
You're mad. You're mad at me.
See?
Because I said your song sounded like too late.
See how sensitive you are?
I'm very sensitive.
Yeah. Go to sleep, baby.
What are you drawing?
A boner with an owner.
Here, Saucy. Here's a graham cracker. Eat this little graham cracker.
Mammoths have hooves.
Oh, dear God.
Hooves? Hooves?
That is, if that should be one of the quotes of the year. Just, duh. Do mammoths have hooves? Because the duh part ahead of the sentence makes it even better. Duh.
You're like Chris from Family Guy?
Hey, Sauce.
Yeah, Daddy.
Our mammoth boner is wearing Air Jordans, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Crackhead Bob is shaking his head at you right now.
All right, I got it.
Is anybody else afraid to see what this looks like?
We all know it's going to be terrible.
Of course it's terrible. Sorry,
Let's see it.
teacher.
Let's see.
What the frick? That's not a mammoth. Like, not even close. Yeah. And boy, that mammoth needs to shave.
Pretty obvious he doesn't know what a mammoth is.
Wow.
He has huge puberty.
He has giant.
It looks more like Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Yeah, it does. It's like a beaver.
He has no idea what a mammoth looks like.
He doesn't know what a beaver looks like either.
What the hell is that?
It's the furthest thing from a mammoth.
Got a hammer, though.
Oh, it's got a mammoth hammer.
Jesus, man. That's you don't know what a mammoth is.
It's a slug.
There's no
tusks.
There's no tusks. There's no.
Yeah, there's no elephant like looking.
No.
And
you know what? Actually, if you look at it from the right angle, you consider the dimensions, and the usage of color. It's actually quite deep. I'm inspired.
If we put that up on the wall,
I'm inspired.
In a frame with a little top light down, I could see how you would stare at that for a while and contemplate the artistry that it is.
That's one of those ones that you see at the art museum, and you're like, how the bleep did this get in here?
Yes, correct.
But you don't know. You don't want to say anything to offend anyone, so you just put your arms behind your back and you go,
It's like the banana that was duct taped to the wall.
Right.
It's like a couch with a penis.
Wow.
It's like a sea slug or something.
I don't know.
He's quite happy though.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think you haven't seen anything.
He just needs a nap, guys.
I don't need a nap. I'm good.
You need a nap.
I'm in good spirits.
Sounds like it. Is it my turn or yours? I think it's yours.
Probably mine.
What really matters is this.
You're probably right, buddy. It's probably mine. It was on this date in 2011. President Obama announced Osama bin Laden had been killed. Although for the SEALs on the ground, it actually happened for them on May 2nd, local time. Robert O'Neill is the man who made the kill shots. There you go. It's a good movie. What is that called? Zero Dark 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good film.
Is that still a hot debate about whether Robert O'Neill really did shoot him?
I don't think so.
I feel. Oh yeah, it was like there's a lot in the SEAL community that think that his story is BS, and they're like, that's not the way it happened, and you were not the shooter.
Interesting.
He was on the show.
He was on this show.
Yeah, he told us the story. It's pretty interesting.
Hey, speaking of being on the show, Ken Jennings.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty cool. So you got to talk to him, what was that, 2 days ago? Or that's when you aired
Monday,
it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked to him on Monday morning.
How cool is that?
Well, it was cool, but here's the dopey part for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
I know the reason why. I'm not going to bore everybody with the reason why, but it didn't record.
Oh, no.
I thought I hit record on the Zoom call because I was in charge. I was the one that sent out the Zoom link to his people. So I had control. I literally clicked on record, went up and changed the view because we have to go in gallery view for the editors. It makes it easier for them to cut up the video. I get done with the whole interview. I'm like, hey, this went pretty well. And then, when you close out of a meeting, it like jumps right into this as like saving file. Didn't do that.
Oh, no.
So you knew immediately something was wrong.
Oh, I was in full panic mode, like full on, like sweat, like, oh God, what just happened? So I immediately contacted their people and I said, I think I made a major mistake. I didn't record it. Do you happen to have the recording on your end? And they're like, yes, we do, but only of Ken.
Yeah. That makes sense because what you played was his
only
clip,
his.
not yours.
Yes.
That makes sense.
It was,
Rosie, would you leave him alone?
We had to make an adjustment on the format of the interview.
Still,
it was still nice to talk to him, but yeah.
So I asked the question yesterday because he's an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder if he knew who Ben Lieber was. And Sauce is like, how would he know? And I'm like, Ben was a national name for a decade. There's a chance that he knows you. He's an encyclopedia. Did you get any sense that he was familiar with your name?
Not at all.
Okay.
He very much was in, because we even had to, there's windows of time on that Monday morning for all ABC affiliates around the country to interview him. So, I mean, he was at the end of I think we had the very last appointment because we had to change it a couple weeks ago. I was supposed to be like somewhere around 9:00, had to change it for other reasons. So it just seemed like he was robotically like, I'm here, I'm answering the questions. I obviously have these things memorized. I know basically what you're going to ask, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's not that I have to like ask the same questions, but when it comes to the meat and potatoes of like why you're on the Zoom call,
the celebrity,
you do have to
master's bit or whatever.
Yeah, you do have to allude to what you're there for, and you only have 7 minutes.
Right.
It's not like you get to chit chat before. It's like, he's ready to go. You ready to go? Yes, let's do this. You hit record and you go. Like there's no bantering back and forth.
Yeah, Jeopardy Masters was on last night, but look, it was Wolves-Lakers, man. So I can just stay on the DVR for a day or two, and I'll watch it sometime this weekend. But Wolves-Lakers highlighted last night, 103-96. The Wolves win and move on to round 2. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. The news is next. Ben Lieber is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Hey, friend, I know how it feels, waking up exhausted after multiple trips to the bathroom and feeling embarrassed by sudden leaks. I used to be constantly on edge, searching for a restroom whenever I was out. Then I discovered Better Woman. I was skeptical at first, but 2 months in, everything changed. I experienced improved bladder control. No more heart-stopping moments when I laugh or sneeze, less urge to go, deeper and more restful sleep. I finally felt like myself again, confident and in control. Better Woman is natural, effective, and trusted by women for over 25 years. Ready to take back your control? Head over to BeBetterNow.com to order your supply today. That's BeBetterNow.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed. Individual results may vary.